Let's talk about BMW. BMW is a brand that has a huge following across the globe. People attach themselves to the brand for a variety of reasons, such as its association with premium and luxury cars. But there are also those that are more serious car enthusiasts. What is it about BMW then that has them so enamoured? The BMW name actually roughly translates to the Bavarian Engine Works Company. The name harks back to the company's origin in the German state of Bavaria. It also indicates BMW's original product range, engines for various applications. The first motorbike came onto market in 1923, before BMW built the company's first self-developed car, the BMW 303, in 1933. However, this video isn't a documentary of the complete history of BMW. The part that we're interested in is how and why they have such a large following today, especially amongst their core followers. Occasionally, I see a very early BMW at a car show and I gaze upon it with great intrigue. However, it really was the 1980s when BMW made great strides into popular culture and in turn the hearts and minds of many a car enthusiast, particularly here in the UK. The 1980s were a brash and bold era, and BMW understood the power of a brand. German manufacturers like Mercedes, Audi and BMW became identifiable with style and success. The cars were technologically advanced and ultra-reliable. They transformed the car purchase from being something that you needed into something that you wanted. In the 80s and 90s, BMW's marketing strategy was clear: the ultimate driving machine. Meanwhile, other, more mainstream manufacturers began to engineer front-wheel drive hatchbacks and saloon cars for the cost and packaging benefits that its layout presented. BMW stuck to their core principles of front-engined, rear-wheel drive cars with as close to 50-50 weight distribution as they could get. With the marketing team successful in pushing the brand into the premium sector, the design and engineering teams were able to concentrate their efforts on building cars that excelled in driving. In the 1980s, motorsport continued to grow in popularity, and manufacturers were keen to show off their technological prowess in the various different categories. In the UK, it wasn't just Formula One that was televised. The World Rally Championships and the British Saloon Car Championship, later renamed to the BTCC, were also regular features on television sets up and down the country. In fact, the late great Murray Walker, the voice of motorsport himself, would commentate during the heydays of the BTCC during the late 80s and the early 90s. BMW hit the hearts of many a motorsport fan with its model range. The E30 Generation 3 series in particular would perform exceptionally across many different categories all over the world. With racing homologation rules requiring manufacturers to build road-going examples of the cars that raced, it meant that the public could buy into the success and feel a part of the scene on the road. The BMW M3 began with the E30 Generation 3 series and still remains one of, if not the most iconic model in BMW's M division lineup today. Even if consumers couldn't afford an M car, BMW would sell you a naturally aspirated, straight-six powered model mated to a manual gearbox for your driving pleasure. The 325i, for example, still provided plenty of performance for the time. And as we progressed on through the generations, BMW would become known for building exceptionally naturally aspirated petrol engines that were a joy to drive. I remember watching and reading Jeremy Clarkson's review of the E34 generation BMW M5. At the time, he said that for the engine alone, it was a car he did not want to stop driving. In the 90s, We didn't have the wealth of media outlets that the internet and social media have brought with it today. So when people like Jeremy Clarkson gave their verdict, it really struck a chord with the public and car enthusiasts up and down the country. Throughout the 2000s, BMW would go on to cement this reputation of building incredible, naturally aspirated performance engines by winning the 2001 International Engine of the Year competition with their all-new S54 3.2 litre straight six, found initially in the E30 Generation M3. Then again winning the competition with its N62 4.4 litre V8 and following up with the S85 5 litre V10 found in the E60 Generation M5 and the E63 M6. During this time, BMW were highly competitive in Formula One, particularly as an engine supplier for Williams in the V10 era. It was often said that the BMW engine had the most power on the grid, a fact that was underlined when Williams driver Juan Pablo Montoya set the highest average speed for a lap in Formula One history, with his 260.6 km/h effort during practice for the 2004 Italian Grand Prix at Monza. I can remember talk of 20,000 RPM being spoken of at the time, and boy did it sound good. For me then, it's this period that BMW built its reputation that it still enjoys today. Not just the M Division cars, but the more simple, driver-focused lineup that got into the hearts and minds of enthusiasts. From a period where the model lineup had not become bloated with niche models and mostly consisted of a 3, a 5, and possibly a 6 or a 7 series, in the time before the car industry got into the great variety of niche models that we find today. We had a range of saloons and coupes that focused on the core principles that made driving fun. It's the foundation that BMW built through these earlier models that makes car enthusiasts and BMW fans in particular still take note when the brand releases a new model today. I just hope that whatever the future brings for this brand in particular, that it doesn't lose sight of where it came from. Thanks for watching.